Hello Chicken Coop Army, welcome back to another video. Now today, we're going to be revisiting 3 old games that I have played in the past. The games that we're going to be playing is Please Donate, Sword Fight and Steal Time, and Broken Bones 5. I have done videos on these 3 games, so if you'd like to check them out, I will leave a few clips of them right here. Now, I know there are some other games that we have played in the past, like Bear and Flee the Facility. But since the 3 games that I have picked today have been played way in the past, I think now is a good opportunity to revisit them. Alright, let's go ahead and get into it. So, for the first game that we're going to be going back to, we have Please Donate. Now, for those who don't know, Roblox has made a new update where you have to buy a premium pass in order to donate others. And unfortunately, I don't have that. So I'm not going to be able to donate anyone on Please Donate. I will, however, be on Please Donate gaining subscribers. For those OGs out there, I have bought myself a billboard, which costed me 10,000 Robux. If you have not seen that video, I would definitely recommend checking it out. I will leave a clip of that right here. And let me just say that this billboard has saved my life. It really has, because not only will I have the opportunity to gain subscribers, but I can also gain Robux in the process. With a lot of players who don't have YouTube channels or secondary goals, they're not able to do this, and they're more likely to give up. Let me just say, there is a lot less people donating in this game. There really is. And I'm actually kind of surprised by that. I honestly thought Roblox would ignore that idea and actually go along with it, because this game is a big money maker. A lot of people were to donate every single day. So for them to do that, it's really affecting their profits. I know there's going to be a lot of people out there that's going to be buying those passes, but what's the point of buying passes just to donate Robux? You're spending money just to spend money. It doesn't make any sense to me. Look at that, we just gained ourselves 75 Robux from someone. Wow, I want to give a special shout out to Shine. So, continuing on, this is what my billboard looks like. Now, I know the YouTube channel is outdated here. It's got 894 subscribers and 672 videos, but that's from over a year ago. The reason why I haven't been able to change it is because of Roblox's other new update, which is facial recognition. They don't want you posting things in Roblox with your face on it. This was made before that update, so it managed to slip by, which is a relief, because I definitely needed something to show for my YouTube channel. Now, since it is outdated, I have a special way to fix it, and that is with the sign right here. As you can see, I got this notepad here with a whole bunch of different copy and paste quotes. This one right here is for the sign right in my hand. As you can see, this is what it says. This pretty much tells everyone what my subtotal is at the moment. That way, people don't see what the billboard says and think that's the real number. This is pretty much the only way I can update it for the people in the lobby, which I think is pretty smart. And whenever I reach a milestone, I can go ahead and change it, and it will work to my advantage. As well as I also have other quotes too that I use, dealing with like challenges that I've done in the past, challenges I'm doing in the future. I can actually show it right here. So this one is made for the billboard itself at the top, where it says your text here. After that, obviously you have the code for the sign. And then you have this here, which pretty much tells the Death Nut Challenge, which I'm going to be doing at 2,000 subscribers. If y'all want to see me reattempt the Death Nut Challenge, I definitely recommend subscribing to the channel. I have done it in the past, but I was only able to make it through 3 levels. And then we got this one, where it pretty much shows my next goal, which I'll be trying the little nitro gummy bear and the salty chip. Then after that, I also got something to do with the music playlist, in case anyone's looking for songs. You know, there's going to be a whole bunch of different types of people out there, and I want to go across all of them. And then we got the challenges that I've done, which is the Burn and Bliss challenge, which I did with Sadie. If you want to check her out, her channel is SusieLovesBoba. I've also done the 1-Up challenge, the 1-Chip challenge, the last chip challenge, the Carolina Reaper Pepper challenge, the hottest chocolate bar in the world, and the sourest candy in the world.
Yo, guys,
I have made videos on all that stuff, so if you want to check it out, go ahead and check out the real life playlist. That's another thing too I do with all my videos, is I organize them in their category. I got Among Us, I got Block City Wars, I got Roblox, I got Minecraft, I got Real Life, I got Going Over videos, I got Fortnite, I got chess, and I even got transaction videos for donating my viewers for the 1,000 subscriber special. I will be doing one for a 2,000 subscriber special with the 1-month free trial that Roblox offers. I'm going to use that specifically for the 2,000 subscriber goal, so that way I can donate as much Robux as possible. After that month is over, I won't be able to donate until I buy the pass, and that will probably be once I reach 3,000 subscribers. Then after that, we have this one right here, which is a little challenge that I'm going to be doing at 1.5k. It is the Bee Sting Carolina Reaper honey from the Generals. It is a spicy product, and I am willing to do that challenge for y'all. So if y'all want to see that, I would definitely recommend helping the channel out. Alright, well that pretty much does it for Please Donate. Let's go ahead and get into our next game. So, for our next game, we have Sword Fight and Steal Time. Now, for those OGs out there, y'all will remember that we have been collecting a lot of time as a group. We haven't really done it in a very long time, as we kind of moved away from it. I was in a group with Dog Madness, Batman, and the Alberos. There might have been some other people on the team, but I don't remember. We even made ourselves a little group game so that we can all join to come up with ideas or strategies. So, as you can see, this is our little meeting room. We got ourselves the different outfits, this one for the owner, and this one for the servants. And here is where we would go ahead and talk about our different plans, what to do with the time, and things like that. So, this is the team players that used to work together. We got Dog Menace YT, Captain Crunch, obviously me. We got OMG Jason, Pickle Dog, and Pix Dog. I know there was a few other ones, I just didn't remember their names, but this is what we had. We were called the Happy Miss Team. Every team member must be helpful in a way. Scamming people for a team is illegal. No working with other teams, and no selling time without Dog Madness's permission. Near the end of our team membership, we had Dog Madness join our team, and we were forced to get him into owner status because he pretty much had the time. So we had to be really careful working with him because, we didn't want to get ourselves fired or kicked off the team. So in the end, we managed to sell a time to a random player, and we got a pretty good amount of Robux for it. If I'm not mistaken, the time that we sold, which was like 100 million, sold for 5,000 Robux. Dog Madness got most of it since he was the owner. I got Robux, Captain Crunch got Robux. I don't know about the rest of these people. I don't know if they had gotten Robux or not. If so, then they would get a small amount, but I believe it was just the main 3. I do remember that the Owlbears was on the team, but I don't know what happened. Oh, and another thing too, we also had a color code system as well. This is the Sword Fight and Steel Time color codes. So if you had the blue, the team member has left the team and can come back whenever they want, but they would still have to get 7 million time in a week. Yeah, we had our own system in place so that you had to follow these specific rules in order to stay on the team. Green, team member is clear of any wrongdoing and has nothing against him or her. You also got the names for everyone. And then yellow, team member has a warning for suspicious activity, and if not fixed, it may end up to become worse. So yeah, we had a couple people here. And we have red. Team member is kicked off the team and will have to get 10 million time to get back in. Also a week wait to be able to hold time again. So yes, we were able to hold the big time, but we had a wait. Since Dog Madness was the owner, he was in charge of all of that. And then we have orange. Team member has broken rules and will have to face consequences. If they want to come back, 12 million time has to be required in a week and will have a month wait to hold time again. And then black, which surprisingly no one got to, team member is permanently off the team and never coming back. So yes, we got all the team members right here. Some of them which aren't on the team, we had to keep track of them too. But yeah. That isn't all though, because over here we have some other rules. To pass a week, you must acquire 5 million time for the team to stay on. If for some reason you can't, have an explanation on why you couldn't. Based on the reason, the owner and co-owners will decide what happens. I was a co-owner of the team. I used to be part of the ownership, but there was someone above me, which was Dog Madness. He was more of a control freak back in the day. I did a whole video on him physically hurting me with emotional words. But he has gotten a lot better since then, and I'm really glad that we were able to work together on this. And how it works, each member must acquire 5 million time per week to stay on. First time failing to do so will put you on code yellow unless you have an explanation. Once you reach that minimum, you're good for the week. Time will be collected on a day that you choose, and time will be given out once a month to you as a person. Use alts to store the time. It's highly recommended. Yes, we had to use a lot of alts to really protect ourselves so that the time wouldn't get stolen by someone else. I had an alt account too, which I used, which definitely made the process a lot easier. This was Dog Madness's office. We decorated for him. And we even have a code system for the inside. This is for security reasons and all that. I was actually the one who designed this place. Everything that you see was built and designed by me. I did a pretty good job at it, I have to say. I think this room was going to be like an outfit room or something. I'm not really sure, but we were slowly expanding on it. And then if we travel over to the other side, we got the lobby, which you can pretty much hang out, watch some TV. Yeah. Definitely don't want to have that station on. That is annoying. We even got ourselves a break room where you can have some bread, water, and even some food and drinks. Definitely came in handy for the breaker room. I don't know what this form is. Don't worry about that. And then over here, we got some more things on signs. We got actually quite a bit of them here. Absences and failures. If you're absent on inspection day, you must give a good reason why you could not attend. If you fail to get 5 million time in a week, you must explain why you could not manage to get it. Depending on your answer, you may be punished or excused. Abusing it will get you in a lot of trouble and may get you kicked off the team. Let the owner know ahead of time if you're not going to make it. If you decide to hold the time for the month, it just gets skipped. Rules on prizes. Prizes can only last a max of a week. Prizes cannot be abusive in any way. The prize has to be something good. The prize can only be on that one person. Whoever collected the most time out of 5 million gets the prize. We even had ourselves some mini challenges just to make the game even more special and to give us something to do. Time inspection date. The 5 million time is due on this day for every team member except for the owner and the special players. The inspection date is every Friday of the week. Whoever has the most for the week gets a reward by choice of owner. A person can't win twice in a row. Owner and special players can win also. If the owner is too busy on that day, then wait till the next inspection to give the time and do the amount for that week as well. The first inspection date is on 6/8/24. Time under 5 million will be excused for the first week. Prizes will start the week after. If you have any info on future events, let Dog Madness know as soon as possible so we can excuse you. If you have any further questions, ask the team. I know that was quite a bit ago in 2024. So this is pretty much the post where it would show the winner of the week. But I don't think we even really got into that. I think we ended it off early. Also, I don't know what that was. There's like a seat right here. Very weird. So that pretty much does it for the team meeting room. If y'all want us to start the Sword Fight and Steel Time team again, let me know down in the comments section below. Alright, let's go ahead and get back into Sword Fight and Steel Time. So, based on what this game has in store, there is definitely a lot of things that have changed. First off, we need to get rid of this music because I'm not going to be dealing with this. So we're going to go ahead and turn that off. Now, remember when I said that we had 100 million? Well, these players managed to get into the billions. We got 13 billion, which is quite a lot. Nowadays, if you're in 100 million, you'll be in 18th place, which is not that good. We also got top global kills, which has gone up dramatically. We got time boxes, which you can buy for Robux. And also you got rules of information here, in case y'all want to read it. As well as that, there's even donation things, which, I really haven't done because, let's face it, Robux is worth a lot nowadays. And then we got the top donators, which, I have to say, they've donated a lot of Robux on this game. So, for those who are new to this game, you pretty much go out on the boundaries and fight others for their time, or you can just sit around and collect time out and about. The world is big, so you can possibly be all the way out here and not have to worry about others. There's also this 3 times bonus thing, which changes to 5 on Fridays, which is really helpful, it gets you more time. Now, the owners of this game usually do challenges every now and then just to make the game more interesting. Just like how we did with the team. The owners would build an obby out here, and players would go in, and if they make it, they win time. Now, from what it looks like, it seems like this game is dead. Like, literally dead. I don't know what happened here. There used to be players playing on this game, but it doesn't seem like that's anymore. I have collected a lot of good swords over the years. The one I have right now, which is the Matrix Shredder, is the best one that I have. There's even effects too, which I have the Gravity's Grasp, which I've looked into them, and that one is the best one of its kind. I do have a lot of other ones too, but I prefer these. I think it's a whole lot better look and strength. Because that's one thing I have figured out for this game is the strength of the sword. How easy is it to kill a player? That is the one thing I always look at with a sword. If I'm able to kill him easily, then I'll equip it. Now, as well as that, you can also put on shift lock, which pretty much makes you rotate a lot easier. So as you can see, I'm moving like a normal player. But once I put shift lock on, I move differently. And I honestly use this a lot because it does a really good job of attacking players. It really does. Like I said, if y'all want us to start again, just let me know down in the comment section below. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to our final game of the video. So, for our final game, we have Broken Bones 5. This was a game that I played a few years ago, and I have gotten pretty good stuff. I haven't played it lately because it's a lot to take in, and with the game, it's mostly Roblox related. I know Broken Bones 4 was Roblox related also, but I got very high level status in that one. Here is a lot more difficult, and it's a little weird. I mean, I do have this jetpack, which does help in a way, and the booster seat, which pretty much allows you to boost back up after falling to the ground. If we go to the store, you can see that I have gotten a few things. I got double money, I got ejection, I have double fuel, and I got $38 million. This game, I have to say, it is pretty good, but I don't really like the layout. If anything, I think Broken Bones 4 is the peak of its kind because of the special abilities. I know that some of the abilities would glitch out here and there during the run, but it really made the game interesting. It made you look up to something new, and that's what I kind of liked. In this game, there's no new abilities, which really sucks. But there is stages that you can get. Right now I got Pyroclastic Flow 6, but there's also 7 and 8 and 9. After that, there is nothing else. If they really wanted to take this game further, they should have added more worlds. Because this is just like a simple Fallout game. There's really not a lot to work with. Like, it doesn't really go that high, to be honest. Like, I mean, it does go up to some degree, but it's just not that good. I am at level 153, which is pretty high. But there's definitely a lot of players out there that are higher than that. As you can see over here, we got ourselves the leaderboard, which is pretty nice, I have to say. It got me on the golden podium. I do think that is a very nice feature. And we got the shop here, which you can buy better and better rockets. The one I have is the Robux one, which is the jetpack. I could go for the 999 one, but I don't have that kind of Robux to spend. There's also the black hole, which is 3,000, which is just crazy. It just tells you how expensive this game is. You got skills that you can upgrade, levels to upgrade, as well as the bones. You even got enchantments, which are pretty nice. I don't really use them because, I don't really have that many gems. Another thing I will say about this game that is kind of bad is the potions. As you can see in my inventory, we got a whole lot of potions. And you can only use one at a time, which really sucks. You see here we have the gift box, and every time that gift box goes out, we get a new potion. And with that, the potions pretty much stack up on each other, which is not good at all. Because that pretty much means we're going to have infinite amount of potions every time we play. There's just not enough time for the potion to wipe it out completely. That is one thing I will say about this game that they definitely need to change, because a lot of players are just going to keep ending up growing and growing with potions, which is just going to make the game annoying, especially with having that many. And without the special abilities, you pretty much got to rely on the booster seat and the jetpack to do all the work. There's really nothing else that you can use to increase your destruction, which is why I rate this game at a lower level. If anything, this game needed a whole lot more work. just saying. I mean, it is cool going around to all the different sections, but it's just not that special. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and finish this run real quick. And it looks like now I'm out of jet fuel, which pretty much means we gotta rely on the fall itself. Not to mention, I got the booster seat, so that's gonna be used to our advantage as well. And here it goes. I have to say, the booster seat jumps us pretty high, which is really good for cracking those bones. I think at this point, I have pretty much destroyed all the bones in my body. Are you kidding me? That's another thing I don't like too, is how we just get stuck up in here. So, from this, we've had 127,630 breaks, 50,000 sprains, and 1,000 dislocations. As I say, that was pretty good, and we managed to get to level 155. The more levels you go up, the slower the progression for the levels. On the other one, I have over 1,000, which is quite a lot. I might even have more than that, I'm not even sure. So yeah, that is pretty much all the games for this video. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share, because at 2,000 subscribers, we will reattempt the Death Nut Challenge. I hope y'all have an amazing day and night, and we'll be seeing y'all in the next one. Peace out.